Hey, what is up guys? So we got a very awesome replay of me using the new Synchron Extreme Structure Deck, which just came out today in the TCG, and its list is actually a little bit different than the OCG one, but nonetheless it's pretty awesome. I'm just using 3 copies of the Structure Deck, and it's a pretty good duel. Very awesome comeback. Gonna be busting out a bunch of the cards from the new structure deck. So anyways, it is basically a Junk Warrior oriented deck, and you see I get Mirror Forest over here absolutely wrecked. But it doesn't matter. You actually kind of want some cards in the graveyard that'll help later on for some other plays. But for the most part, I think it's an okay structure deck. There's a lot of cards I wish it came with. I really wish it came with like a Drill Synchron. I really wish it came with a Formula. There are a lot of great cards in it, but I really wish they added just a few more cards to make this a really good, strong Synchro deck, especially when we already got Quasar as a reprint. But anyways, I'm going to be facing off against Red Eyes player over here. You can see I'm sitting here with a Junk Warrior, right? So strong. But anyways, he does this really cheeky play over here. So I'll go ahead and activate Tuning. He activates Absolute King Backjack, and he's able to send a Red Ice to the graveyard, and he has Red Ice Spirit. Bam! Free Red Ice for him. Good stuff for him. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and bust out the Stardust Warrior over here. And he's a really strong card that came into the structure deck. And I'll go ahead and break it down and kind of explain everything after we watch the video real quick. But Red Ice trying to activate effect, I'm going to warning that. Warning actually comes in the structure deck too, which is actually pretty cool. Like I said, literally it is 3 structure decks. Effect Veiler comes in a great card for a lot of different decks, but this card is so annoying. If you're wondering why doesn't he just go for a rank 4 play if he even tries to, which you'll see he's going to try to. The problem he will have is that Stardust Warrior, during either player's turn when an opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, you contribute this card, negate it, and then it comes back during the end phase. So it's kind of like a Stardust, but anyways, he goes ahead and tries to make a Dank Rebellion, Exceed Dragon, and I'm just like, nope, not going to happen today. Go ahead and call upon. Bring back the Excel Synchron, Excelsior, with that effect. Going to go ahead and send the Jet Synchron to increase the level. Then I'm going to go ahead and use Level Eater's effect to actually reduce the level of this card, and I'm going to sync up for double Stardust Warrior. Then I can Jet Warrior, and this card is absolutely amazing. Contribute a level 2 or lower monster, especially summon this card from your graveyard in defense position. Alright, so now that you saw it real quick, let's go ahead and kind of break it down and kind of explain things so you guys can get maybe a better understanding of how to play the deck. And one really good card that I am really surprised that I'm actually loving in the deck is actually Gen X Neutron, because it's required to kind of set up for a lot of your combos. You basically need Quick Draw, Gen Synchron, like a Doppel, and like a level 1 tuner, or like a Level Eater, and then you can absolutely go off in the deck. Because this card, once you get multiples of these out, is really tough to beat. But anyways, this is like that main boss monster of the deck. But let's go ahead and actually break it down for you guys, and we'll kind of explain everything as we go along. Alright, so let's go ahead and explain everything real quick. So first off, we're going to activate Tuning. We're going to search Junk Synchron. Basically, like I said, you want the cards that you want in majority of your opening hands. Some combination of maybe Synchron Explorer, maybe if this is already in the grave or something like that, or if this is already in the graveyard. Basically, you just want Quick Draw and then a normal summon that gets you like another monster. With Quick Draw, you definitely want to be able to grab a like a Level Eater in your hand if you happen to have the ability to search that out with 1-for-1 or like any other card. Just make sure you can get that card. Again, guys, I'm using 3 copies of the structure deck, so it's basically 3 copies of everything that was included. I highly recommend Drill Synchron. I'm still messing around with my build, so if you guys are wondering if you get a deck profile, don't worry, I will definitely give you that to you guys as soon as I get a better build anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and activate Junk Synchron's effect. And what's really cool with this is you can actually build a Junk Synchron deck to basically one-shot people. You can do upwards of 10,000 damage with a Junk Warrior, because it can double damage, and it's going to inflict double battle damage, and it's going to have double damage, and it can piercing. It can do a lot of crazy stuff. I would have been able to one-shot him with this monster. But he had that Mirror Force that ruined me. If some of you guys were wondering why he warninged, I personally, I don't know what I would have done. If I knew it was like a specific like Excel Synchron deck, I might have actually like negated earlier on too. The reason why he might have negated Quick Draw and stuff, other things, because you can actually utilize cards in the graveyard, sometimes it's better to get rid of the card immediately, because like I said, I'm running 3 copies of everything in structure deck, so maybe it would have been better at that point. But sometimes when you have like really tight room in the extra deck, if they already used one of their cards, they're not going to be able, like they only have 1 copy of Librarian, they only have 1 copy of Formula, for example, if they were only running 1, then yeah, waiting later and warning is much better when you're making like a Quasar. But then again, you could soul charge and you get everything back anyway, so I can kind of understand why some people negate earlier on in some of the plays. But anyways, Junk Warrior was like the only card I really wanted to make. I could have made, there's also this card. the Excel Synchron, because it just requires one tuner and one or more non-tuner. You can make this card and you can send a monster. It has okay defense, although Red Eye's decks are relatively aggressive. They don't have too much back row, so you kind of want to rush those decks down. That's at least how I feel, because the longer they get some free advantage, especially with the Red Eye Spirit, which I can't believe he sacks me over here so hard with that Blackjack. It's ridiculous. But anyways, 3 card up to tuning is really nice. I actually really like this card. Like I said, I can't believe he just gets that one card off of Red Eyes, and then he's able to be like, bam, Red Eye Spirit summon it. It didn't really matter too much because I had a warning. Had I not had this warning, it kind of would have sucked. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and make the Stardust Warrior. This card is really strong. I would have just attacked over this if I didn't have warning. But this card is like the boss monster of the deck. Anyways, requires 1 tuner synchro monster and 1 or more non-tuner synchro monsters. Majority of the time when you're going to be busting out this card, you're going to use the Junk Warrior as well as Excel Synchron, and you're going to bust out the Stardust Warrior. But anyways, during either player's turn, when your opponent would special summon monster or monsters, and that parentheses in S means that if they're summoned at the same time, you can actually get rid of all of them. So if they go Soul Charge, bring out a bunch of monsters. Actually, I'm not sure if that... it says would special summon a monster. You can tribute this card, negate the special summon, and if you do, well, I mean, it's pretty good to negate. I'm trying to think of other cards that just bring out multiple cards at once, but nonetheless, it's pretty good. Like I said, you can get rid of multiple monsters with the effect. That's what the parentheses in S means. Anyways, you can tribute this card, negate the special summon. If you do, you get to destroy the monster or monsters, and then during the end phase, it actually will come back. So it goes off the field, then it comes back. And then, in addition to that, because if that wasn't enough, if this card is destroyed battle, or if this card, face-up card you control, leaves the field by an opponent's card effect and is still in your possession, you can special summon 1 level 8 or lower Warrior Synchro monster from your extra deck. This special summon is treated as a Synchro summon, so that effect makes it absolutely amazing, because once this card goes away, it's still treated as a Synchro summon. So the card that you can get over here, because remember, it is 1 level 8 or lower Warrior Synchro monster. I don't know what are other great targets, but I know that I like Jet Warrior because if this card is Synchro Summon, you get to bounce back 1 thing. So if they kill this, you get to go ahead and bounce back a card, usually whatever attacked over this. And then you have Jet Warrior. And then what makes the deck so good is because it has a lot of great comebacks. Because of Excel Synchron is in the graveyard, it has, well, actually, Jet Warrior actually has this effect as well. Where is it? If this card, okay, where is it? You contribute 1 level 2 or lower monster to special summon this card from your graveyard in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. And what I love with this, if you're playing, you know, a real extra deck, I'm saying with, like, you know, actual Exceeds, you can actually use this card's effect and bring it back, then Exceed, and then you don't have to banish it. And so basically, I was thinking about trying to make this version of the deck where it goes for rank 5 after. So I definitely would recommend you guys to try out like maybe at least 1 Volcasaurus in here, because it's pretty easy to bust out level 5s. And maybe if you like go Junk Synchron, get back something else, and then Doppel, you can go ahead and tribute the Doppel, you can tribute whatever else. You make, you know, another level 5, maybe you make another Jet Warrior, then you have this Jet Warrior that's already on the field. You can go ahead and bounce back a card, go for Volcasaurus, and destroy the monster, then go for like a Thunder Charger. So there's a lot more options in this deck than just Synchroing, and that's what I really love with this deck. But this card also has a great effect too. Once permitting, you send a Synchron monster from your deck to the graveyard, then activate one of these effects. So you increase this card's level by the level of the monster sent to the graveyard by this effect, or you get to reduce the card's level by the level of the monster you sent to the graveyard. And then, during your opponent's main phase, immediately after this card effect resolves, using this card you control, this is a quick effect, you can Synchro Summon 1 Excel Synchron per turn. So I like that. That's a really cool card, but for the most part, I really like the Jet Warrior. This card just makes the deck so much better because it's a level 5. It does technically require Jet Synchron, so keep that in mind. Usually what you do in this deck, though, just as a quick little combo play, what you do with the Excel Synchron, you'll see me do this play later on, but you want to send the Jet Synchron. So let's go ahead and continue the play here. But I'm just trying to explain to you guys the basic concept of the deck so you guys can understand how to play it. And also, when you have the option to summon this card, usually you want to summon this, of course, unless you're afraid of like your opponent banishing it, because this card, it does need to go to the graveyard. You could add one of the white dragons. Now, as far as ratios, I'm playing 3 of the black dragon right now, and I'm playing 1 copy of the white dragon, because you're going to get a lot of darks in the graveyard later on. Earlier on, I would say actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm playing 3 copies of the white dragon, 1 copy of the black dragon. Because you get darks much faster. You get the lights later on, but for the most part, yeah, you get the black one a lot less frequently. Out. You usually get the white one out because the junks and like the doppels, they're all dark. So he's gonna go ahead and activate that effect, like I mentioned before. That was really dumb that he sacked me, but it's okay. You know, this card is relatively strong. This is a really strong play as well. But you can see that he can't really do anything with this card because he tries to make something. I'm just going to go ahead and negate that. So unfortunately for him, he can't do anything about that because I'm going to negate the summon. And I'm going to call on to bring back the Excel Synchron. And this card's effect is really good because it's a once per turn. It doesn't have to be synchroned. So you'll see that I'm sending Jet Synchron to the graveyard. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate Jet Synchron's effect. So Jet Synchron's effect over here, which I use, is that if this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material, you get to add 1 junk monster from your deck to your hand. That's a really good effect. But the effect that we use is if this card is in your graveyard, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. So you can see what I did over there was I sent Level Eater to the graveyard to special summon it. And then what I'm able to do with that is actually increase the level, because I did increase the level with this card when I sent the Jet, but I'm going to reduce the level once again so I can make the other card. Again, if you're playing a real extra deck, you'll have much more options. And over here, I use Jet Warrior to bounce back the other card over there. And then I'm also able to search out for the White Dragon. And then I'm level eating, like I mentioned before. Then I have double of them over here. And I don't know why I got rid of Doppel. It didn't really make too much difference. I'd say probably getting rid of Level Eater is the better choice. Because Level Eater can simply come back. I think this one... Actually, I'm sorry. You can't do that because I remember because I was doing this on a live stream and I was like, people were like, why can't we didn't Level Eater? It can't be tributed except for a tribute summon, and this one is tributing a monster to special summon this card. Yeah, you can target 1. Where is it? You can tribute 1 level 2 little monster special summon this. So I think that's why I couldn't do it. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and smack him down for 6,000 in the face. That was perfect over there. Really good duel. It really shows you how well this deck can kind of play. But again, guys, if you have actual extra synchros, of course, run them. I'm not saying like you don't need them. It was just because a lot of budget players, they're interested in trying out this deck, seeing if they can just buy 3 copies and make a good deck in real life. Because, you know, you use an expensive card game and $30, you know, that's much more acceptable for some people. Because, you know, some cards are $100 plus. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll try to get a deck profile for just using 3 of the structure decks in the TCG. I already have one in the OCG version, and basically that one is oriented around a junk Synchron or a junk Warrior OTK. Now this one, I think that it's much better just to do this if you're doing if you want to try to synchro up for other stuff. Of course, use your own stuff, but I'll get some stuff for you guys. If you guys do any cool combos with the deck, let me know in the comment section below. But let me know what you thought of the deck. I think that it's a great structure deck. If they only included just a few more cards, maybe a Librarian, maybe some at least 1 formula. I think that should have been here too. A formula, a Librarian. I don't think it really needed Quasar because they were trying to incorporate Stardust Warrior, but a Librarian would have been an excellent card for them to include in here. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It's been your boy Will Smith signing out.